You know, believe it or not, this video is actually based on a true story of a Yiddish woman named Ypsilanti Red. Yeah. Anyways, buckle up. This one's titled How Millennials Were Brainwashed. I actually started watching some of this, and this guy basically nails it. So if you're between 30 and 40, let's party.
So in this video, I will be discussing some of the conditioning and programming that went into the millennial generation. Now when I mean millennial, I mean the general understanding of what that age group is. And essentially it's people born within the early 80s to the mid 90s. Now there is some debate as to the exact date, but let's just keep it at that. So what is it about us millennials that brings out the worst in so many other generations when discussing us? Well, let's go back a bit. Let's kind of look at how we have been programmed, how we have been conditioned.
There was the hottest song in the world called I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. That's the best, dude. Nowadays, it would be a guy singing it, and it would be I kissed a boy and I like... No, gay. Everyone's gay. I think that's a big one. I think the millennials... I don't want to go too crazy here, okay? Gay is good. I'm not talking like that. But just imagine for a second. Think about all the OGs, the godfathers of the gay community, right? Nestor, think about this for real. Think about back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. I mean, you had to really hide that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you had to huff butthole in private, like real deep undercover stuff, dude. Right? That was back when like people weren't, it wasn't like knowingly gay. Like when you just talk to them, you know, it was like more of like it's just a regular dude who prefers penis. Yeah, just like a regular guy. But think about all of those OGs and then fast forward till today, right? They got to be like, you got to be kidding me. Like I could have got killed for talking like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, I just had to bring that up. This guy's got a whole production going on here. Let's full screen this. This is a party, man.
The Prize, an epic VIP event where the champion and his closest friends will enjoy full bottle service and the company of our sexy VIP girls.
A man named Mystery took 8 lovable losers.
I'm petrified with trying to go up to a woman.
They say I'm really sexy, the boys they wanna sex me.
You know what I just thought about? That's so fucked up. In the 5th grade, I had, remember that song by Shaggy? It Wasn't Me? About his girlfriend? It wasn't me. Saw me banging on a counter? It wasn't me. About cheating on his wife or his girlfriend? You remember that?
No.
You were way too young.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
96.
Oh, yeah. 5th grade, dude. I had that CD about cheating on my lady.
Your mom.
The whole class did.
What, your parents bought that for you?
Yeah, they didn't even know.
They just...
Right, like the Space Jam CD, and then I got a guy talking about just sex. CDs of just cheating and fucking. I just thought about that. 5th grade. 5th grade, dude. Yeah, I just had to throw that out there. Anyways. That's fucked up stuff. Oh shit. You know who's calling us right now? The fresh and fit guy here. Answer it real quick. Tell him we'll call him back. Tell him we're filming.
It ended right when I went.
Just text him. Tell him we're filming. Yeah, and that's a weird connection. Nestor met that guy. First time Nestor ever gets recognized. It's the fresh guy from Fresh and Fit. He goes, "You're Nestor?" He goes, "You're Nestor?"
Unreal.
First time. It's a fucking that dude. I thought that was hilarious. Anyways, back to this guy.
Now I can remember, as young as grade 4, going to these dances at this hall owned by the Knights of Columbus. Now these dances were from grade 4 to 6, and we were basically at this bar simulation. It's the best way I could describe it. It was a bar simulation. We would all go in there as young as 9, 10. There was a bar, but it served Coca-Cola and soft drinks.
No.
And in the front of the hall, there was a little dance club where they were playing rap music about smoking crack and grinding on each other.
Yeah.
Little John was a popular song at the time. And we were these kids being pushed by society, our parents, our culture.
Our parents had no idea, dude. Like, maybe they had some idea, but when I really look back at it, the music I was listening to was literally like drug dealing music. Get fucked up, kissing girls and or guys and liking it. When you really think about it, though, and you are influenced by it, you really are. I mean, break it down to break it down to like the 70s and 80s, like rock and roll, right? How many of those people dressed rock and roll, leather jackets, the big hair, the whole nine? But this was on a grand scale, and it was very uniform. This was back, like, this is before Nestor's time, but this is back when it was the radio and MTV, and it was all rap, all of it. And it was hard. It was some gnarly shit. I'm in 6th grade talking about like I just shot a dude and I'm selling a bag of coke. I'm flipping a fucking kilo. That's me rapping in 6th grade. I don't even realize it. I remember I used to think ego. This is funny. In 5th grade, I had a crush on this chick, and she said that she was seeing this guy, but he had a huge ego. And I remember thinking, like, context clues. I thought ego. I'm like, he's got a big dick in 5th grade. Like, that's what I was thinking. So I didn't even know what ego meant. Right? I found out what it meant later, but I put it together.
Yeah.
But my point is I don't even know what the fuck ego means, but I'm listening to, T.I. and I'm listening to some pretty hardcore shit. This was like rock and roll, like party all night, like dancing with the devil. Yeah. Like this was a little bit more intense, other than like dressing up in leather jackets and like drinking beer. This was kind of insinuating like, yeah, by the time you're 16, you're going to want to start selling drugs.
Yep.
Which is what a lot of us did. That's the funniest part. I like this. This is a good video. I like this.
And to engaging in a bar-like scenario at the age of 9. Now, I grew up in a small town in North America, small city, I guess. But I've talked to other people, and this
Can you hear him fine?
Yeah.
was like a common occurrence. And I'm not talking about some like innocent Mickey Mouse type dance. I don't have a problem with that. But
No, alcohol was like, I mean, it's always been around, but alcohol in our time, in the 90s for sure, and early 2000s most certainly, instead of cigarettes, it was alcohol. It still is till this day. Now it's starting to kind of dial back a little bit, but alcohol is our cigarettes. Most certainly, 1000%. That's and cigarettes were just cigarettes for me too. But alcohol was a big one. That was like, this is what you do. When you go to the beach, what do? Nestor?
Smoking and drinking.
There you go. You go on a boat, what do? You're drinking. When you go to the bar, what do? And you're drinking. When you go to the restaurant, what do you do? And you're drinking. When you go to the 4th of July party, what are you doing? And don't say fireworks. Get my point? Every single thing. You go to Disney fucking World, dude. What are you doing? Please answer. That's what I'm saying. What were you gonna say? Oh, my bad.
You grew up where people were still smoking indoors, but it was kind of getting frowned upon.
Yeah. I
What was
went
that?
to the last time you could smoke inside of a diner in
Yeah.
2009. I went and I smoked and I ate pancakes, buddy. But it wasn't everywhere. This was in Michigan. It wasn't like that wasn't normal in
Yeah.
Florida.
But towards the end of that cycle, it was kind of like frowned upon to
Yeah,
to
but
smoke.
but now think about it like this. When I was out in Texas recently, every coffee shop that I went into in Texas also has beer taps. Every single fucking one.
Beer for breakfast is crazy.
There you go. Thank you. Even the coffee shop I go to now, they got beer in that motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. So.
But I think grade 6 is still a bit too young for that. But anyway, it wasn't like that. It wasn't some Mickey Mouse Club thing.
No.
It was hardcore rap being played into our young, impressionable minds, telling us to be degenerate scum.
And that's the message that we deliver to little kids.
How were we supposed to know any better when we were literally 9 years old? So, just to give you a little glimpse into how we were brought up, as you say. Now, what led to that? To little kids being thrown into a bar simulation? How did we get to that point?
It's marketing 101, baby. Is monkey see, monkey do. From the clothes I wear, everything in here, and the car I drive, the way I dress, the way I talk, every word I'm saying right now was taught to me. We're not going to go that deep. I'm just saying this has been going on as old as time. But now just fast forward it, man. Forget about when millennials grew up. Imagine today. Every TV show you watch, gay, drugs, murder. I've never seen anybody get murdered in person, but on TV, I think I've seen thousands of people die on TV. Thousands. It's just like, yeah, everyone's getting killed, dude. It's
Yeah,
normal.
I never thought about it like that.
Just that, yeah. It's like something you'd never see. And I hate to keep bringing up the gay shit, but this is true. Think about it like this. On TV, they're always drinking, smoking. It used to be cigarettes and all the old movies, cigs everywhere. I just wanted one so bad, right? You kind of go, yeah, everyone's fucking each other, cheating on each other. It's kind of like and not to mention throw in the gay stuff now. Okay. So it used to be like your kid has a high probability of turning out to be an alcoholic, right? But I really do think there's some kind of psychological warfare. And I don't mean to keep bringing up the men liking men and the women liking women. But the more and more, it's so much on TV that when I walk around in person, Nestor, tell me if I'm fucking crazy. But when I walk around in person, I barely even see straight people making out. Or maybe you see them holding hands. But on TV, it makes it seem like it's everybody. Like 1 in 2 people are doing the hip new trend called homosexuality.
Yeah,
No.
and now like PDA is more frowned upon if you're straight, but if you're gay, it's fine.
We're not sitting here. We're just pointing something out.
Yeah.
Okay. Look up what's the population of gay people in America, because on TV it's 100% of people. That's kind of where I'm getting at. And then they make it seem like 100% of people are alcoholics, but in reality, only about 50% of people drink.
It says about 3% of adults worldwide identify as lesbian or gay.
Okay, 3%, but in 100% of modern media, 100% of the time. Okay, and then look up what percent of people are drink alcohol. I think it's around 50%. But every fucking movie growing up, music video, movie, you name it, everybody drank. 100% of people.
About 54% of Americans drink.
There you go. I hate to make this about sex and drugs and butthole pleasures. I hate to make it about that. I'm just thinking about it. All right, it's hitting me and it's hurting. All right, my uncle's gay, big queer. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking around, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm just making a point, and I'm gonna shut up about the gay stuff. All right. Too many straight people on TV. That's why everybody. That's how I happened. That's how Nestor happened. That's bullshit. Okay. Just joking.
That era is solely a millennial thing, I think. I don't think boomers had 9-year-olds going to bar simulations. That was our pre-pubescent minds being poisoned essentially by this almost like a mass MK Ultra type experiment.
No, dude. They're gonna rape these chicks. I just thought about that. This song is "Do It Like They Do" on the Discovery Channel. We ain't nothing but mammals. Just talk about sex. Just do it like they do in the Animal Kingdom on the Discovery Channel. I just this was like when came out when I was literally 11, dude.
Wait, this is a music video or?
Yeah, this is a music video.
Oh,
They just fucking shot a chick down, and they're gonna
was
take
like some visual present.
No, this song is literally called "Do It Like They Do" on the Discovery Channel. We ain't nothing but mammals, and they talk about just fucking the whole video.
This is wild.
But this was being bumped at the school dance. I was 11. I was 11, dude.
Crazy, dude. This would not fly by.
And I don't want to say like, I don't want to say, let me go over here. I don't want to say like younger generations didn't do any of this. Like I'm sure it was normal. When I was 11, my friend at the time, Garrett, was like, dude, I just want to smoke a cigarette. And I remember going, what? I was like, dude, we're 11. And he goes, I know. And I was like, I think our neighbor Bud smokes. And we went and stole cigarettes off of his porch. 11 years old. You know what I mean? But I remember by the time I was 14, all my friends were smoking weed. I was a late bloomer smoking weed. I was 16. Every one of my friends was like, about time, dude. Like, what have you been waiting on? Next thing you know, by 17, I'm selling it. I'm doing exactly... Well, I'm not doing exactly this. These ladies are like getting raped, which is kind of crazy if you really think about it. Think about all the murder you see on TV, all the stuff you see like this. You never see this in person. Fucking ever. And if you do, it's life-altering stuff.
Yeah.
Something to think about. It's kind of trippy shit.
Sweat, baby, sex is a Texas drought, me and you.
Being put on us. And I like to think
That song was fucking huge, by the way. It was huge.
Just jam into it.
Do it like they do it. I swear to God. A song about fucking in the jungle like animals.
Yeah.
And apparently, I don't even remember that music video, but shooting them with blow darts and having your way with them. 5th graders, dude. We're bumping that.
Sipping on fruit
Probably
punch.
the biggest consumer for that song was 12-year-olds. 12-year-old boys to be exact.
Unreal.
I know.
that we were given these, what I like to call preset identities. And there's several of them that are key in the...
What's this guy's channel real quick? I just want to kind of plug this real fast. What's this guy's channel? Hyperborean Knowledge. And we're going to go ahead and like that. And this video is 4 years old, but we're going to subscribe to him. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm just going to go ahead and sub to him because this video is pretty good. And it's going to be long, but it's going to be a good time.
The millennial era, but we'll be discussing more of that in a bit. So we've already established that millennials were engaging in bar simulations at the age of 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Let's look at some of the other popular media that was being consumed at the time. There was this genre of movies that was very, very particular to our generation, which I basically deem as these coming-of-age rom-coms. And basically the crux of these movies was trying to
Have sex, basically.
get the mission of your transition into manhood, essentially, because most of them were from a male perspective, was to lose your virginity in some manner.
Look at this nice campus. Reminds me of all those great college traditions, like homecoming.
We've got chicks for sale.
Getting wasted. Experimenting.
Touch my chest.
Meeting new people.
Now touch her.
Making homemade sex tapes in your dorm room.
That was the goal.
It's so true, though. The craziest thing ever is that was exactly my experience. Was you haven't had sex yet? Remember, all my friends were 16, and apparently all of my friends have done it. All of them.
So you were a late bloomer to that too?
No, they were lying.
Oh, they were from.
All of them did it. Only 2 of them did it.
Yeah.
The other 3 didn't. They were just lying. And I was just like, well, I haven't had sex yet. I don't know what to tell you. Right? But I remember right before I turned 17, I was like, I gotta have sex. Everyone's doing it. I remember at 15, I got roasted by these 2 ugly people, which I'm only saying this because they were roasting me, but they were like kind of like obese and stuff because they found each other and they were having sex and stuff. And they're like, you've never done it? You never got a blowjob? And I'm like, no, I haven't.
Like making you feel guilty.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm in 9th grade. What are you talking about? Yeah. And I remember being like, I would never and I remember like pointing at her being like, fuck you. Like, I would never. Like, you're desperate. I would never. But I remember feeling very weird about that. And then finally I ended up having a girlfriend. We dated for like 2 years. I had sex. Yay. But it turns out later down the road, half of my friends were fucking lying. And it's like, for what reason? Like, that's how far gone it was. I went from like, I can't wait to get married so I could have sex. That's why people got married so young. They wanted to have sex. Imagine if that was the rules today. Everybody would be married. I'd be married 7 times by now if that was the rules to have sex. But just something to think about. It was kind of, and I'm sure this has always been a thing, okay? But like, man, I remember feeling just really weird about that. Like, even now, it's like this whole, something to think about before we jump back to this guy. This whole like incel thing where women call men incels and losers because they're not having sex, or maybe they've only had sex with two. You only had sex with 2 chicks. You're a loser. But think about it like this. If the woman only had sex with 2 dudes, oh, she is a fucking keeper.
Oh, yeah.
Think about how backwards that is, though. Just for 1 second, really think about that.
Yeah, she's the prize.
There you go. But if a man has sex with a lot of chicks, winner. That's my man. He's fucked everybody in town. But if a woman does it, well, it's kind of like things are just a little, I don't know where I was going with that last part, but just something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of trippy if you think about it. It really is.
And I remember at a very young age, 14, 15, 16, that people were being shamed on a massive scale from not engaging in this type of lifestyle. And I'm not coming at this from a Christian perspective saying that this is the...
No, this was a true story. I mean, Nestor, you were born, you're 8 years younger than me or something, but this was probably happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like, I think this is new, but this probably happened during the Gen X generation too. Like, maybe even during the boomer generation. Like, oh, you're not getting married? What do you not want to fuck, bro? Like, I'm sure, like, I don't think things have changed that much. Like, I think kids are always going to be kids. They're going to gravitate towards whatever the opposite of their parents is for the most part.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it definitely seemed really extreme. I just remember being confused by it, especially with, like, the weed and, like it just felt a little bit much. I remember I was a victim of my environment.
The Antichrist system or anything like that. I'm just coming at this from my own personal perspective and just trying to explain to the other generations why we are so messed up. bar simulations at 9, 10. And then we had these rom-coms from Hollywood basically telling us that we have to, in order to be a man, we have to have sex with a lot of women.
Yeah.
From a male perspective. Now there's a whole other female programming as well that we'll get into. But the preset identities that were being pushed on millennials by the mainstream would be, one of the main ones would be the frat boy, party boy archetype. Now this is the guy who will chug beers and do keg stands and partake in that whole scene.
1000%. I would actually be willing to argue that most men and women went to college strictly for what we saw in the movies.
So true. It's a great...
he went to a big school, Nestor did. I would be willing to argue majority of people, especially in my age group, around that 35-year-old mark, between 30 and 40, most people went strictly for the party.
Those movies, now that I'm thinking about it, that was great marketing for...
Oh, fantastic marketing.
To wanting to go for something, just wanting to be there.
Yeah. I would be willing to put money on that, honestly. Because a lot of people like to flex that degree education, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on. Like, who you bullshitting?
Yeah, we
bro?
know
like,
why
what are you
you went.
talking about? Like, shut the fuck up. I didn't even go to college, and I went to a couple of college parties. I get why you went. I understand. I had my own fraternity. It just was skateboarding, and like we didn't go to school. That was our own version. You just did that over there. You kind of, we made our own movie. Not really though. Like, we get all these ideas from what we've seen, really. In reality. Monkey see, monkey do. Don't make me bring up the gay shit.
No, we had
Those damn Japanese and the gays.
Chill.
We're already demonetized. Hopefully we get I appreciate all the support from everybody. Just want to jump in here real quick and say thank you to everybody who bought shirts, the Cadillac shirts. I'm shipping those out. I ship them out from the house, so if it might take a week to get to you. I do it myself. Thanks everybody that donated. It really does mean the world, and hopefully we get monetized again. But right now we're just a couple of unemployed losers, which society would deem us as that. And speaking about losers, today's video we've partnered with, for all the day trading bros out there, making money off the stock market. If with the Tradeday, got a link. Use our link down below. You get 30% off funded accounts. And day trading is not for the weak, guys. So this is for people who already do it. Okay. Anyways, shout out to Tradeday for hooking your boy up. And like I said, disclaimer: day trading is not easy. It's not sports gambling. Okay. So just want to throw that out there. All right. Anyway, shout out to Tradeday. All right. Back to the thing. Commercial break is over from downtown.
You know, his goal is to get drunk. His goal is to get laid. He's not focusing on his body. He's not focusing on his mind. He's not focusing on his spirit. It's just pure hedonism at a very, very young age. Personal here.
This guy's throwing me down memory lane right now, though.
But when we were around 14, 15, drug use was off the freaking charts.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not talking about pot. Okay, like, I can remember doing mushrooms at 14, dropping acid at 15. Luckily I never did anything, any stimulants.
I want to throw you one for a loop. So narcotics got really big down in South Florida, like huge. Oxycontin, Xanax bars, Percocets, and Loratab. That's actually a song. That's a song. That was a big song. I got what you want, what you need. Hit me up. I got you, man. Oxycontins. That was a fucking song. And people were singing that. But they were doing them. Like my first ever girlfriend started fucking with pills, dumped her. I kicked her out on the side of the road, actually. True story. I was like, nah, I don't fuck with that shit. My dad was a pill addict when I was old enough to realize what was going on. But like, paint it to you this way, up in Michigan, my best friend in the world, my cousin, we're thick as thieves. His whole crew decided at 17 that heroin was fun. Heroin. 3 people I personally know, his best friends and my friends by association, I didn't live in Michigan at the time, so I didn't see him as much, overdosed. This was normal. High school, dude. Dying. True story. Heroin. Rest in peace to Miles. That was the closest friend that passed from that stuff. 17-year-old kids. Heroin's fun. Jimi Hendrix did it, dude. Bang, bang, bang. Purple Haze, dude. Just something to think about. This was like, I could buy weed from 7 different kids in school at 16 years old. At the lunch table, at lunch. This kid, Justin, used to sell Mountain Dew out of his backpack because none of the vending machines had Mountain Dew. Well, guess what? His friend, he had all the other stuff. Justin just stuck to Mountain Dew. Smart man. That guy's probably rich by now. I couldn't believe it. I was like, hey, but the other guy, is selling fucking anything you want. 10th grade. Yeah. Just throwing that out there. It's kind of trippy. The heroin thing really threw me for a loop, though. I remember being like, heroin? I was like, really? I'm in senior year of high school. I watched a kid smoke crack. Yeah. Right in front of my face. I said, this is crazy shit, man. And I would tell my parents.
No.
Me and my parents were super tight. Like, I could be honest with them about anything. Yeah. And I'd be like, Mom, Dad, this kid's doing crack at the party. I go, Eric's friends are doing heroin, dude. And they go, we know. It's terrible. I was like, not to make a joke out of it. Everybody's fine now besides the people that are dead. They're gone. But, not to laugh about it, but I wonder why. I wonder where they got the crazy idea to do all of this stuff. That's my point.
But lots of kids were doing ecstasy at the time.
Oh, that was big.
15 years old, just hopping ecstasy like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've seen people's minds literally melt from that stuff. And I'm not joking, like their identity had broken down and they were just a mush being at the age of 16 from doing all that ecstasy. Oxycontin also became prevalent at this time. This was luckily before fentanyl, but
that was huge.
Oxycontin was prevalent at the time. Lots of kids were doing that. So that's the we looked at
There's literally a song by Lil White called Oxycontin. And it was a smash hit. Smash hit. Look it up. This is what people were singing. Are you going to grab it right now? I literally have the record. Yeah, this was big, dude. Yeah, he's got a song called Oxycontin. Hold on, another song called Acid. That song's actually really funny.
It's what you grew up on.
And I became like, yeah, I'm gonna sell weed. That's smart. Yeah, no, like it wasn't just me. A lot of people went down, and I did smoke weed. I never did any hard drugs. People think I do cocaine or something because I sniff a lot and I have a good coke nose, but I've never done it. I've never done a hard drug. Weed, I did mushrooms twice. That's it. Never done anything else. And I blacked out on alcohol one time. That was terrible. But other than that, never done a hard drug. But you probably wouldn't touch it either if your dad was ODing in your house, you probably wouldn't do it either. But for this, it happened in this weird like suburb, like I feel like the white boy suburb with the good parents and the it was like the complete opposite of their life. And I feel like this whole this like big hood thing, this rap shit was really attractive to like this middle class white boy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
This was a weird phenomenon. And I even came victim to it, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna trap up, I'm gonna get this money. I'm delivering this shit like Pizza Hut. Yeah, that's smart. You know, I even went along with it. You know, I'm not all mad at it. It was fun at the time, but like you know, you start engaging in some stuff that's like entertainment, right? And but the consequences are pretty severe shit. I mean, people are dead. Let's not forget the heroin thing. Anyways, let's get back to this guy.
The pre-middle school, right? Entering middle school age, bar simulations. In middle school, lots of kids were smoking pot, watching these rom-coms, you know, trying to, there was also the frat boy. What kind of ties into that too is that whole Darwin Award type behavior where at the time...
You were a frat boy, yeah? Or
I hung out with them. I was roommates with them, but I never joined.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
I know.
But you were like that party.
I feel like it's what you would have done if you went to college, like not join formally, but
well, it kind of escalated. What are those dudes? The Nelk boys.
Yeah.
Those fucking guys were like YouTube's version of what our TV was. They were now the loser, drunk, alcoholic guys that are actually cool because they're drunk, alcoholic guys. Yeah. The one dude, what was his fucking name? Steve Will Do It. This guy would chug vodka out of a bottle, guys. He got famous. Chugging vodka out of a bottle on YouTube. Famous. He's rich.
Oh yeah.
He's rich. This was just the modern day version of the TV that we grew up on.
So when you were watching them,
no shade to them. I don't give a fuck.
You knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, and I was old. I'm old. I'm maybe 5-6 years older than them, but that's a big age gap.
Yeah.
When they're 23, I'm 28, and I'm like, oh God, that's some rough stuff, dude. You know, like I remember we had Jackass and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, we had some crazy shit. I don't want to say we didn't have crazy stuff, but like, this was just like a dialed down level of like, whoa, like you could literally be like really an idiot and really get rich from it.
Yeah.
It's kind of bizarre. And I think subconsciously it's like, oh, they're so cool. They're rich. They're drunks. And the next thing you know, you're like, well, if I just party and get drunk all the time, like good things are going to happen. It's the same thing with the rap and the selling drugs and doing coke and the song called Oxycontin. Yeah, it's fun. Like, oh man, this guy's doing it. Well, it's like one guy in the situation is like getting rich.
Yeah.
By talking about it and maybe even doing it. But like everyone else isn't. That's the funny part. Entertainment, man. It's good, solid
that's crazy,
stuff.
Though, the becoming successful off degenerate behavior.
Yeah. That's Jackass,
but it's really only one guy.
Yeah, it's really one guy. It's one group of dudes, 10 dudes, and the other millions are just getting fucked. It really is pretty genius stuff if you really think about it. It's kind of crazy.
Jackass was really popular, so like just acting like a complete moron was the goal.
God damn, this is the BMX tug of war.
Let's get fucked up. Oh.
Let's get fucked up.
And the more moronic you were, the cooler you were in this type of mainstream conditioning we underwent.
There was some of that stuff. I'm not even going to front. Like, I don't want to say I'm some like my humor is on another level, sent from the heavens beyond the ether. Nothing like that, but like, some of that stuff back then, like a lot of the Jackass stuff, I couldn't even barely watch. I watched Jackass 1, but after that, I didn't go see the other ones. I was kind of like, I seen enough. It was a little, like Napoleon Dynamite. You ever see that shit?
Yeah.
That was so retarded. But people praised it. It was like this thing. And I was like, this is some super retard humor here. Like this is like, it's bad. Like it's not even good. It's not even clever.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob season 1 is like elite humor compared to Napoleon Dynamite. I know this is very niche. I'm just saying that I remember being young, seeing this and being like, who is watching this? And then it turns out like people my age and older are like dressing up as Napoleon. I'm sitting there like,
That's so funny.
I'm like, really?
Napoleon's known as like one of the founding fathers of brain rot.
Yeah. It was one of those things though where I was so shocked by it. It's 17 years old, 15 years old. I remember being like, really? Like, this is kind of like, this is some like loser shit here, guys. Not loser shit. I'm not saying Napoleon Dynamite's a loser. I don't mean that. Or Jackass wasn't funny at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was a bit extreme. Like, I really did feel like if I went to a house party and people were like shotgunning beers and like doing keg stands, I remember being like, why? I remember being like, what's with these people? Like, isn't just hitting the joint good enough? Like, do you gotta fucking...
You gotta eat it.
Do you gotta hit the bong off the roof and front flip? Like, that's what was going on. Like, literally. I'm not kidding.
What's it in?
Like a kid, like this kid Chad. He was fucking never skateboarded in his life. Hammered drunk. Thought it was the coolest thing in the world just to get stupid blackout. And he goes, I'm dropping it on the roof. And all I could think to myself is everyone was like, yeah. And this was at my house. And I remember being like, everybody out. We're done. It was like, what the fuck is going on here? I got a pool table, guys. We did use the pool table. I'm just saying it was like this level of retard, this super retard was invented. And it's going real strong today. It's going real strong today. But like that, it was invented in the early 2000s. And I was just a mere child, guys. Okay.
I'd say you came out all right. Right?
Did I, Nestor? Did I? Still playing with fingerboards. Grown man, piece of shit. No, I'm a man because I've got a gun.
Whoa.
Nestor's been working with me forever. All of a sudden I pull a gun out of the drawer and he goes, what's that? And I go, oh, it's always been there. I'm not even a gun guy. I just have it. What's with this guy? He's got fingerboards and guns. He's a sex deviant, this guy from downtown. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that Fresh and Fit guy is just calling us.
I told him
he's a big fan of the show. Shout out to Fresh from Fresh and Fit. Yeah. If you're watching this, buddy, you're coming downtown. Let's get fucked up.
Yeah, and so there was the frat boy, jackass archetype, and then another one would have been the stoner archetype.
Okay, I thought about it, and I'm going to the disco.
Yeah.
Now this is being pushed on us like from movies like Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, that was one of the stupidest movies I've ever fucking seen in my life.
It's called Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Movies like Road Trip.
Road Trip was actually pretty funny. Not gonna front. Tom Green he's next level guy.
Basically glorifying being a stone bag and, shaming people who did not partake.
Look at all these movies. How High? I got that on DVD. It's actually really funny. Method Man and Redman go to Harvard. Yeah. Dude, Where's My Car? Retarded. Pineapple Express, pretty funny. Smiley Face, never seen it. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I like Jay and Silent Bob, but that was also like, I didn't get it. Like, I got it, but it wasn't my speed. Super Troopers was hilarious. Knocked Up, pretty funny. But yeah, Wet Hot American Summer, all of those are like, and it worked, guys. It worked. It really did. Like, everybody I knew smoked. the moment weed became really legal, like once I realized like, oh, this is just alcohol now, I quit altogether. It just got too strong for me. And I used to think I was ahead of the time, like, man, you know, fuck everything, right? But really, when you look back at it, it's like, oh no, that's what they wanted you to do. Whoever these people are, I don't know. The lizard people. I don't know what I'm talking about. It worked though. A lot of alcoholics, a lot of stoners. People died off heroin, guys. They did a pretty good job here. Okay. Fucking heroin, dude.
Fake in this culture. I can remember, even from the age of 14, most of us were smoking pot regularly, getting drunk regularly, and doing all the things that those media outlets were programming us to do. And I don't think I was an extreme case at all. I think I was pretty regular for the time. I think it was just so common and accepted and promoted and seen as the thing, the epitome of life, that was just what happened to us as millennials. Another one of the millennial preset identities was what I'm just going to call the wankster archetype. And these were middle class,
Hold on. I gotta get this guy. I got it full screen this one. This is good. The wankster, dude. Look at my desktop. It is a mess. Right here, though, guys. Hold on. That's fucked up, dude. This was a real thing, though, man. And a lot of these guys overdosed on pills. These are the guys that were doing heroin right here. These are the guys. Let's think about that for a second. Heroin is cool. That's tremendous. That's how you know something's fucking up, guys. When heroin becomes cool.
He said it affected the wanksters.
The white gangsters, the wanksters, the wiggers. That was a real phrase, wiggers. It was a real thing, dude. This just brought me back so hardcore, though. That's insane. Just look at these fucking guys real quick. Look at them.
I went to high school with a couple of dudes like that.
Look at these dudes. These jamokes. Guys. No offense, no shade. It's all good. More power to you. You know, I really don't give a shit. But those were the kind of guys that were selling the Oxycontin and overdosing on heroin. That's them. Look, nothing like Jimi Hendrix. No soul. Okay. And I feel bad. Like, I fell victim to it too. I just kind of was like, well, I won't sell you pills or heroin, but I'll sell you the weed. Yeah. I'll sell you the stuff that won't kill you. Yeah, you guys want to be retarded and give me all your money? I'll take it. That was me. But that was I got the idea from the movies, from the music. It wasn't like I just concocted it on my own and went, there's a hole in the market here. Yes. How will I distribute? How will I brand myself? Come on.
You know what I notice about the wanksters, though? They always had the best life at home.
Oh, yeah. Not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah, but a lot of them.
But usually they were middle-class guys. Yeah. They had all of them had a jacuzzi for some reason. I don't know what that was about. In Florida, every white guy I knew that looked like this drove a foreign vehicle that was their mother's, or they purchased a nice car. Somehow, at 17, just had a nice car. And their houses had jacuzzis, hot tubs. I don't know what that was about, but it's the truth. Okay? It's the truth. All right, let's get back to business here.
White suburban kids who, because of media programming, and we're going into as to why this was media programming, basically emulated the gang subculture from America.
It's gonna be a long ass video. Dude, look at the comments. 7,000, 8,000 comments. God damn.
For the most part, American gang culture. And these people, these kids, because they lacked their own identity or were not given one by their baby boomer parents, saw what was on the TV
1000%.
and embraced those identities that were being projected at them. Now we're going to get more into the TV too. So another unique aspect of millennial is that our media was, I think, the most damaging era of all media. And here's why. So we were right before mass adoption of internet media. So maybe some millennials as teenagers we're starting to go maybe on YouTube here and there, and we're adopting more of a digital lifestyle. But as we were coming up, and especially in our early teens, mid-teens, it was television for the most part. And the television at that time was essentially broadcasting the same type of messages.
Yet you had the illusion of choice. But really, this is what you get. And it wasn't by accident that pills were big in North Dakota and also in South Florida, and weed was huge in California and in Florida and New York. And it wasn't by accident that everybody in every state, alcohol is normal. Everyone does the same thing on 4th of July. It's not about celebrating Independence Day. It's about getting drunk and blowing shit up. But most importantly, getting drunk. Light it up. You know what I'm saying? 1000%. And now, like, we do have the illusion of choice, and now, like, being sober is kind of cool in a sense. Like, it's more normal. You know, like, the bar is dead, but the farmer's market's popping.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like we have this mass. Everything I watch and you watch and Nestor watches, we could all be sitting in the same room. We're in the same place, but our media consumption is all different parallel universes. All the music I listen to, Nestor's never heard of. All the music you listen to, maybe I know one song. Mm-hmm. But this was kind of the last era where every song coming out, you know it, Nestor knows it, yeah. I know it.
Algorithms as well.
Yeah, there was one algorithm.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's kind of trippy if you think about it. Yeah, pretty weird.
That Hollywood was at the time, and promoting this and glorifying this type of lifestyle.
Look up when were alcohol sales like at an all-time high. Like, what year did alcohol sales peak? I want to say 2005, 2010. I want to say that was like historic levels. What do you got?
I'm getting 1830.
1830?
Let me see in the 2000s.
1830.
2004.
2004? What were the alcohol sales? That makes sense.
So 9.5 liters of pure alcohol per person.
That was the highest it's been in 2004.
Yep.
That makes so much sense, though. If you really break it down, I'm trying to think, like, literally every single movie, even PG-13 movies, guys. The parent had some kind of the parent had a beer. Maybe the kid didn't have a beer, but the parent did. Every fucking movie, I don't care if it was a romance party, I don't care if it was a horror film, alcohol. Every single thing revolved around that in some form, shape, to some capacity.
It says consumption peaked in the early 2000s at just above 5 drinks per week.
That makes sense because it's on a decline now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, I don't know what this show this guy's showing right now is, but it looks just classic. Go to the club and drink. Keys to the VIP.
Millennials. And MTV was very popular at the time, and it was constantly promoting these preset identities, these frat bro, stoner, wankster identities that were being pushed onto us and adopted on en masse. There was also like the alt identities that were basically two subcategories, kind of like a proto hipster and the emo. And these were just also preset identities being pushed on us from the mainstream. So a lot of these shows that were shown, like one of them that comes to mind is the Man Show.
What the fuck?
When you're driving light of one, yank your favorite private part. It's the Man Show. It's a place where they can come together. So get their hands on this chick named Heather.
Yo, what in the fuck did I just watch?
You don't remember that?
I must have missed the Man Show era, dude. This was some next level stuff.
Shriners.
No, the Masonic Lodge. All right, yeah, it's people who rule the world.
Girls on trampolines, time to loosen those blue jeans. It's the Man Show.
And I remember watching this very young and basically projecting masculinity onto us. And
Look up when the Man Show came out. What in the shit did we just watch? I mean, Jackass was way worse, but like
There had to be something on the internet.
that goes to no, dude, that was television.
Was it
that
what?
goes to show.
Oh, it was.
That goes to show that was like that was when the first retards really started coming out. Like, let's get popular for being stupid as let's get popular for being just full-blown idiots. Which I get. I like to have fun. I poke around, I joke around. Yes, absolutely. But some of it was really just really next level stupid. I'm going to be honest. When did that show come out? That was ridiculous.
It first aired in 1999, and it was broadcasted on Comedy Central, and it featured Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, those two fucking idiots.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. My point is, though, is like, that's 1999. I'm 10 years old. Nestor's 2 or something like that. Nestor doesn't even have a chance.
Yeah.
He's done. He's born into the Man Show. His dad was on the show. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Papa Nestor.
Showing that masculinity is being a drunk, being a goofball, and trying to chase these certain types of women who I will get into because they were programmed as well. But yeah, obviously I'm coming at this from a male perspective in a lot of cases, just from my own experience, but
Oh, really?
there was this dude bro get drunk lol type of mentality that was being blasted on us from the TV. And because we hadn't completely adopted alternative media at the time, we kind of had a bottleneck of media that we could not basically escape. Unlike today, where media is more decentralized, and I think that is a lot healthier, although it is becoming more centralized in a lot of ways. There at least is choice. We didn't have choice growing up. We just had what was given to us. And more so than the baby boomers, because this type of dude bro mentality wasn't exactly being pushed as hard at the time. They were heading that way, and there was definitely certain examples of that, but it wasn't like how millennials were being brainwashed essentially into this dude bro, stoner, wankster, and alt type preset identities. So,
You know how far gone it is? When I think back about like just Jackass and the Man Show, even like old rock and roll stuff. What's a really good example? I guess Love Island is its modern day version of like MTV when they had like Next and Road Rules and all these like weird, crazy, more like sex shows. But like I feel like Nestor and like, I'll show Nestor some stuff, but like I'm talking younger than that. I'm talking like people are like 21 right now. If they went back and just started looking at everything going back, is probably gnarlier. The further you go back, you're like, yo, this was mainstream TV in 2004. Like this was on TV. Yeah. You're like, yeah. They're like, dude, this wouldn't even be allowed to be on YouTube. Like it would get censored. It'd get flagged.
It's crazy because I see a report here. Jimmy Kimmel apologizing for something that happened on the Man Show. But he's apologizing in 2025 about something that happened in that show.
But he should have just owned it and said, no, dude, we were king of the retards. We were ushering a new era of jackass and stupidity to get popular. And now I wear a suit and tie and I act it. You know, my point is if you look at some of the stuff that was going on in 2002, 2005, 2007 even, mainstream television, if we tried to make that right now, put it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, the free media for the younger people to see, most of it, some of it will go through the cracks, but younger people are going to be looking at it as if they're like those old parents go, what in the shit is this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they're looking at it with these fresh eyes, you know, like, I don't know how to really explain it. It really is almost like a sort of mind control to a degree. You could be tricked into thinking something's good. True. I never fell for like the Ed Hardy shit and like wearing sequins. And I didn't fall for a lot of it. A lot of it, I was like, that's just weird. Like, who thinks that? Like back to the Napoleon Dynamite thing. I was like, do you just think this is cool because everyone's saying it? Or like, are you really, no offense, just look back at it. Like, especially if you're older now, if you really look back at it, you'll go, I can't believe I was into that shit, you know? And I wasn't into most of it. I thought most of it was a little much, to be honest. Just throwing that out there. It's going to be a long episode, dude. We're going to take a tinkle, dude.
So that's a bit more of how we grew up. I hope you're starting to get a bit of an idea here of what it was like, all you Zoomers and Boomers out there. So the Millennials who did have access to the digital world, the early adopters, the desktop Millennials, we were on Web 1.0. Now, Web 1.0 was kind of a scary place in a lot of ways.
You know what? No, we're going to go ahead. I want to wind this down early, and I encourage you guys to finish this video out without me. We're not done here. But here's something I want to really point out about, especially like 30 to 40. Life was a big party. And the boomers passed this on to us. My parents, right here. Okay, so the bowl cut classic. My parents right here. Party, dude. Party. Live for the weekend. Tuck your shirt in during the week. During the weekend, it's fucking go time. All right? Going somewhere with this. What I'm saying is the party continued. All the way. It went so far that both of my parents died from alcoholism. That's how far the party went. Not to make light, they appreciate a good joke, but it's the truth. They were older, but where I'm going is millennials, we grew up, everything changed so fucking fast. Before I go in the comment section, this was one of my first computers that was mine right here, okay? And it was separate from my phone. Everything was separate. My camera, which is right next to the computer there, I would use to film skateboarding, and then I would go put it onto the computer. Everything was separate. Everything was new. Every year, something new was happening. Something new is coming out. Something exciting. You're partying every weekend, right? It was this one big party all the time. And then we end up in an era where now, instead of having all these cool things to look forward to, everything's right here on the fucking phone, which we're all suffering from. It's not just millennials. But at least with the boomer era, and Gen Z is already just aware of everything, right? Like Nestor's already just like, whatever, dude. He's on scrolling on his phone right now. Just like, fuck it. All right. He's just living in it. Sex with his phone. I've seen him.
All right.
I'm joking. My bad. I'm joking. My point is the party stopped, dude. Like no one gets together anymore. And if we do, everyone's, it's not, we were led to believe that fun was drinking. None of it, and now none of us drink. None of us smoke weed anymore. This was like our identities. The party did not keep going. It came to an abrupt halt. And now we have to relearn life. And everyone's kind of relearning life to a degree. I'm not saying it's that serious, right? I hope I'm making sense here.
That's real.
I hope I'm making sense here. It was one big fucking party. Every year something new is coming out. The iPod, this, the new this, the fucking... And everything was separate. So everything was a new fun. It wasn't just, here's all the fun, right there, it's done. We had 7 different things, which are now just one thing. And this is kind of peaked. I'm over it. I'm ready to get a dumb phone, just a regular phone, and have this as a work thing. To learn how to, maybe I'll use the computer other than just work again for fun. Maybe I'll use, actually I do use a real camera. We have real cameras here. But, I do use CDs and stuff. But really think about it. All these little things that were separate. CDs. Remember, we brought out a fucking record, guys. Vinyl record. Right? DVDs. The movie. Going to the movies. Doing this. It's all just right here now. And I got to experience when I could have a bullshit job and really afford it. All these things. Not just one device. Now we're led up to a point where it's like, well, I guess I'll be a YouTuber or a streamer. Or I'll fucking, sell my butthole on OnlyFans. And the strip club thing was huge with millennials. I got to finish the rest of this video, but I'm sure he has to bring that up. He's got 20 more minutes left in this video. But like, we may as well be guilty for OnlyFans and Tinder. With the early 2000s MTV and the movies and stuff, that just primed everybody up for a big sex fest via the phone. I mean, seriously, that's the truth. Like, for real. We were like the original guinea pigs for that. Maybe Gen X even, honestly. Just throwing that out there, though. Okay? It's, we experienced so much growing up in that era where it was every fucking month. It was almost as if something groundbreaking is happening. To the point where now it's like, instead of things being like, whoa, sweet, dope, now it's like, oh shit, what? Oh no, what do you mean? Everything's just this now. It was this for a long time, dude. It was just like on a roller coaster. Whoa! Like party, dude. Like everything was just like, yeah. And now it's just like, oh no, what's happening?
Yeah.
What? Every time you turn on the TV, it's like 2 dudes kissing. You're like, oh my God. It's like, not that I don't love watching other men make out. I do. It's my favorite thing to do. Jesus. I'm just making a point. All right, here we go. I guess the algorithm decided it was time for us to see this. Yeah, this video is like 4 years old. I was happy.
It's resurfacing now.
Yeah, I watched like the first 10 minutes of it and I said, hold the phone. Yeah. Literally, because I was watching it on the phone. I said, hold the phone. We got a party on this one. I was like, and I'm going to watch the rest of this too. But I wanted to at least watch it live with you guys. The video is 4 years old. Okay. Don't forget the dad is always bumbling idiot in most of these movies. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, in the early 2000s and the 90s, every dad was just overweight and stupid. Monkey see, monkey do. I'm in the same boat as y'all. Everybody's just shocked that this video is just now popping in because I think this video, even though it's 4 years old, it's more prevalent now. And a lot of us, he was talking, I think he said, I don't even think he said his age, but 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be in my early 30s. That's when you first start thinking about this stuff. So now that people are getting a little older, especially hitting 40, they see this, they look back, they go, oh my God, it's all been a lie. Who am I? You know, you're just like a combination of movies and CDs combined. Yeah. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's not all bad. I'm just saying. Girls Gone Wild. Thank you. That sums it all up right there. Girls Gone Wild. You don't know what that is? Look it up. But that was like just candid camera going in the streets, just getting girls to show you their tits. And this commercial would come on every night. They would try and sell you these DVDs. This was what we see now, just in regular social media. That was that in 2002. Girls Gone Wild was basic Instagram, but you had to pay for it, and it was a premium, and everything was blurred out.
But the fact that they aired out commercials is crazy.
Well, it was late night commercials.
True.
Anyways, I'll leave the link to this guy down below, but the Girls Gone, I used to make a joke of Girls Gone Mild, just a bunch of chicks just dressed regular. It wasn't that funny, but it used to hit back then when people knew what Girls Gone Wild was. But yeah, it's kind of trippy. Every generation's brainwashed to a degree. All right, but we definitely lived in a weird one, and I think that's the best analogy I could have. Everything was so exciting. Fucking party. Don't get me started. We already talked about the drugs and the heroin, okay? Everything was so fucking exciting. And every year, something new was happening. Every year. And now it's just at the point where it's like, it's the same thing every year. Even the movies are just movies that are already been made. And every year, it's the same except for, oh no. Oh fuck. Again? Yeah. It's like you just get numb to it. It's just like, all right, whatever, dude. Anyways, hell of a talk. Nestor, you got anything? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
No, but you were saying about how...
what is it? Tell me.
Nobody thinks... Like, nobody's really their own person. We're all just influenced by our music and movie choices.
Oh, yeah, I was just making a joke. Like, I'm just a combination of movies and music just babied up.
But that's so real, how we're just a product of...
It's true.
Yeah.
The reason I drive an old Cadillac was because of Goodfellas and Casino. Like, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it in a movie, and I said, yeah, that's me. And my hair's like this because my dad had the same kind of hairstyle. Sure. A little more clean cut, tucked in shirt, slicked back, and he actually got it professionally cut. But other than that, I jacked his hairstyle. But anyways, hell of a talk. Good times. Get the fuck out of here. I'll leave the rest of this guy down below, but definitely got to finish this video out. This shit was hitting. Unreal.